Hello, my fabulous friends. I hope you're doing well. Well, let's talk about Keir Starmer. Starmer? Starmer. Keir Starmer. His 2026. We've already done a lot of other uh, leaders, and let's do Keir Starmer. It's fascinating what's going on with Keir, and I'm going to tell you why. I and other readers have predicted he would be gone by the end of the year. And this guy, he reminds me of Trudeau, like Teflon Trudeau. Like no matter what he does, was protected somehow. So what I think is going on is that there's been times he was like, he should have been gone, but somebody stepped in and is protecting him. He's a protected leader. Him and Macron. Macron should have been gone. And I think I even said, yeah, Macron will be gone by the end of the year. And there he is. I said Carney would be gone by the end. There he is. Now, can I be wrong? 100%. I can be wrong. If I was right 100% of the time, you think I'd be reading cards on YouTube or you think I'd be in Vegas? But to be that wrong consistently all the time is telling me that there's something else going on. There's other tomfoolery stuff going on. Can I be wrong? Sure. Can I be wrong all the time? Probably not. Probably not, especially if you look at my track record, right? Yeah, Keir Starmer. What's going on for Keir Starmer? What's going on? Keir Starmer, his year ahead, 2026. Clouds. Oh boy. That's not a good good way to start the year. Lilies. Clover. Heart. Anchor. Sun. Dog. He does have protection. I'm going to tell you that right now. Star. Mountain. Woman. Tower. Whip. Crosses to bear. Okay, first of all, he is going to run into a roadblock. This mountain is right here. In the second half of the year, he's definitely running into some kind of really big obstacle from the past. I think we're going to hear something about a love affair from the past. I think it's somebody's going to come crawling out of the woodwork and really create a lot of problems for him. I'm going to tell you right now, this guy is being protected. Here's the sun. So the sun opens up the clouds. And here's a dog, a guardian. And I'm going to say that the sun is a male, right? Sun is masculine. Somebody with big money, Ace of Diamonds, is actually protecting him. This guy is Teflon like Trudeau. I'm telling you that right now. This anchor right here, this friend, lucky friend, but this guy tells Starmer what to do. So is this like a Soros or a Rothschild or the king, right? It's somebody who is, because the dog can be a sibling, can be a friend, can be a colleague. And I'm thinking that it's somebody who's been around for a very long time. Here's the anchor. He's lucky that he knows them, but this person also cracks the whip on him and tells him what to say, what to do, who to vote for. I highly doubt it's the king. Starmer's very anti-monarchist, so I highly doubt it's the king, but I'm just saying it's somebody that is foundational in his life and I'm going to say, cracks the whip on him. I'm going to say a female from the past is going to create a lot of problems. Like a big obstacle, huge obstacle. Um, I think there's something here that he was selected for this job with the star here and then the clouds. Like he might have a big like imposter syndrome problem. I think he was selected for this job because this person here, who's his anchor, who's his foundation, I think made sure he was in this position. He's got a big blockage here. We might see him, this obstacle is going to create a lot of trouble for him. Like it's like he'll be fine for the first half of the year and then something happens. This may sound bizarre. He may be caught up in some kind of drug bust, whether it's legal or not, like a marijuana, or perhaps there was something about showing that everybody needs to have this injection, and then there's like kickbacks are shown. He does have a lot of karma coming for him this year. Absolutely, he does. He's very smug. He feels very secure in his position. This love interest may actually be a young man. Yeah, you heard that right. May actually be a young man. Interesting that I say this friend here, this foundational friend who's kind of ruling the roost, because he has a son there. That's why I thought maybe the king, that sometimes can be the king card. I don't think it's the king. Look at the sheep, and he also rules everything with the sheep. I think he will move on this year. I'm going to say that according to these cards, this man should not be in this position by next year. I think he's got two scandals that may bring him down. So either it's this young man that we're going to be reading about in the paper, or it's going to be something to do with drugs, legal or illegal, according to my sources. All right, let's go. January, February, March are going to still be good for him. Be very good for him. He's the star of the show. I think he's not going anywhere. He's got the anchor. Remember, anchors can be stabilizing or they can be a drag. Either way, he's got the anchor. He's not going anywhere. Then comes April, May, June. Again, I think he's protected. I think he's very much protected. He may be asked to do things that he's not too crazy about, but he's going to be shown a lot of support by colleagues, friends and family. Well, of course, friends and family, but he's going to be shown a lot of support, especially by the upper echelons. Then we get to July, August, September. That's when we might see some of the scandals start to happen. Things that start to be, if you look, this scandal over here is out of this guy's control. This one is in their control. This one is not. I'm getting that there's some kind of rogue love story, drug story, and here's the mountain. In case you're trying to learn Lenormand, where did I get that from? That's why I say there might be two. And also this mountain is split. So it might seem he puts one under the carpet and another one shows up. Yeah, this drugs one might have something to do with money. Drugs and money. We might even see something here that he bought somebody with money, but I didn't say that out loud. Then the last quarter of the year, I think this is when it's almost insurmountable um, for him to get over this, especially with the cross here. So this is crosses that he must bear this year, burdens that he has. And I think we are going to be reading in the paper about a love affair. We're going to be reading about his past. His past. The tower in Lenormand is the past, and it's not going to be good here with the whip. Yeah, I'm almost getting a feeling like this whip is going to chase him out. Like he's going to be chased out by scandal. By scandal. Could be by this female. I know he's got some females around him. I'm not exactly really deep into UK politics. I barely care about Canadian. I just don't like politicians at all. None of them, right? Don't never, ever, 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 ever trust a politician. Never. I wouldn't trust them with my garbage. Um, Anyways, so this might be a female from the past also might chase him out. The next leader of the UK could possibly be a female. If he's running up against a female, if there's an election and he's running up against a female, he will absolutely lose. And she will win by a landslide. She will chase him away. All right? All right. So there's Keir Starmer. Again, if I had to call what months he's in deep trouble, it would be May, August, and December. But he's got the cross for the whole year. He's going to have to carry the weight of that all year, a burden that he must bear, or a bridge that he needs to cross, or it's generally a negative card. All right. Thank you very much for watching. Please take good care. See you online. Bye for now.